Hey you guys, it's me Laura. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, ages 4, 8, and 11. And today I am going to share with you some of my favorite books that I read in January. This year I am working on another reading challenge. Last year I started halfway through the year and I wanted to read 50 books. And last year was my year of really rediscovering books and getting books back into my life because I love reading, but I just haven't made time for it over the last while. So I've really been enjoying that. I blew my goal out of the park last year. So this year my goal is to read 100 books over the course of the year. So far, I have read 12, and this includes audiobooks as well. And I'm even counting some picture books. I'm not counting all of the picture books that I read from the library with my kids, but there's some that I'm picking up especially for particular reasons or that I'm particularly interested in, and I include those sometimes as well. And one of those is in my top picks today. So I thought that it would be fun as much as I am on it because I'm really bad at following through with series, but I'm going to try my best to at least most months share my top books. Now, I'm not doing any particular number per se. I'm not letting myself share more than 5 each month, but some months there might only be 1, and if that happens, I might just roll it up into the other month, and I don't know. We'll see. But I'll go ahead and share with you some of my top books for this month. My first one is actually a reread. This is Explorer Academy, and I am rereading this with my 11-year-old. It's the book that we read together when I am reading to him at night, just kind of fun to share. This is such a fun book. It is kind of sci-fi. Now, I'm not normally a science fiction person, and I still don't like science fiction in the sense of like aliens, extraterrestrial, like that stuff. It's just not interesting to me. But this is science fiction in like science and technology and all of those things, and it draws from scientific discoveries that we have and kind of expands on them a little bit, which, I mean, I guess that's science fiction. But this is about a boy named Cruz Coronado who would like to go to the Explorer Academy, which is an elite school for explorers where they learn all about, this is put out by National Geographic. So think about all of the things that encompass National Geographic: archaeology, conservation, exploration, just all the things, and it's all in here. And so he is accepted into the academy. His mother was on the very top secret scientific part of the academy before she was killed in an accident in her office, a fire accident. And so for him to go back to the academy is extra special because his mom went there, she worked there, and so this is his adventure. And as he goes along the way, he runs into some real trouble and is sent on a quest to finish the work that his mother was never able to complete. And this is a series. I have to let you know, when you start this book, you will want the next one at the end of each book. When I started this, I didn't realize it was a series, and then I kept thinking that like I had the last book. The series is not actually complete. I got book 7 recently. I think it was book 7. But my son wants me to wait to read that one until he catches up with me so we can read it together. And I know there's at least one more book coming out in the series, but you guys, these are so good. If you have a child who likes adventure or science or nature or any of those things, I highly recommend it. It's a very on the edge of your seat, you can't put it down kind of read. And it's nice because there are pictures all throughout. So you've got some that are just kind of drawings, and then there's other ones that kind of have drawing mixed with photography, which is super cool. So anyway, definitely enjoyed this one. Again, I checked this one out from the library, and it was an audiobook called Refugee. It's got a triple timeline, like 3 different stories at 3 different times. And when this started in the book, I didn't think I was going to like it, but it ended up actually being so good and really bringing things to life. But it follows the story of a Jewish refugee during World War II who is trying to flee to Cuba. And it follows the story of a Cuban refugee in the 90s who is trying to come to America. And it also follows the story of a Syrian refugee in 2015 trying to get to Europe. I don't remember where in Europe because I listened to this one at the beginning of the month. But this is so good. It follows their stories. They're all different. They're all difficult. They all have different endings. And in the end, it's kind of cool how they kind of tie together, but I really enjoyed this. I would definitely recommend this for older kids, certainly 10 and older. You may even want to go a little older than that, depending on your child. But I really appreciated this look at the refugee experience throughout history. And we're doing an immigration unit right now in homeschool. We're about to wrap that up. So I've been trying to read books that go with the units, like on my own, just to kind of enhance that experience. And this certainly helped in that department. The next one was a surprising one. So this is me in Marvin Gardens. It printed really small. And this was an accidental find. So I was looking for books at the library for a gardening unit that I'm hoping to put together. And this came up because of Marvin Gardens. It's not about gardening, but it is about conservation. It's about standing up to bullies and being who you are. It's a really, really good story. It's about this boy who finds a very odd creature. It's something that he's never seen before, but it eats plastic, and that's what it survives on. And he is a science-minded child and is really interested in this and does research and tries to figure out if this is the only creature like it, if he's discovered something new. If so, how does he save it? And is this a possible cure for like all of the pollution in our world? There's definitely some problems that he has to overcome, and in the meantime there's a lot of bullying going on, and he's also reconciling the fact that his huge family farm that they had has been disappearing slowly over the years. It has a little bit of a dual story with his grandfather, who had a problem with drinking, and how that had him lose more and more of the farm over the years. And as he's seeing this, all of the neighborhoods and all of the things coming up in his nature, in his land, it's hard for him to reconcile. And so all of that is tied up into this one book, and it's a good one. I liked it. This one is another audiobook. This is book 3 in the Benedict Society books. This is so good. They're so good. The first 3 are really good. I'm listening to the fourth. I listened to the 4th one as well. It's the only one that I wouldn't give a 5-star rating to. This one is so good as it follows Rennie, Kate, Sticky, and Constance. And it's interesting to see in the books as they progress how they work together more, how their skills develop. I don't want to say too much, because if I say too much, it'll give away what happened in the other books if you haven't read them already. These are really good if you have a long road trip, because they're thick books if you are reading them aloud. They're long audiobooks, but my whole family the puzzles, the mystery, the fun, like, they're just so engrossing for the entire family. So we really enjoy this. I really enjoyed this one, so definitely recommend this. And the last one I have is a picture book. This one I found. I was looking at the winners of the Children's Book Council Awards this year, and this won the best picture book for ages 3 to 8. Looking at the cover, I was a little confused. Honestly, this cover doesn't draw me like I would think a normal picture book would, but this is such a good book, you guys. If you're on Instagram, you saw a little preview of it, but it basically talks about what an artist is, and that an artist might be messy, an artist might look like an adult having a kid fun, an artist might be all kinds of things. And an artist, sometimes people will tell you that you're not an artist, you're not good enough, or if you are an artist, you can never do anything in art. This takes that idea and challenges it and says, don't let anybody tell you you're not an artist. Don't let anybody tell you you can't make money being art, or that you can't do that as a profession, or that you can't even just do art just to have fun. And the only people who are not artists are the people who don't try and don't make art. And I just find at the end of this book, it makes you want to, regardless of how you feel about your drawing abilities, makes you want to go make some art, whether it be drawing or whether it be gluing things together, or no matter what it is. And it's super good. If you've read the book with the dots, that's a very interactive book. Can't remember what it's called now, but it's similar to that, or a book with no pictures, where it's kind of having a conversation with the child more than telling a story. That is the way that this book is kind of put together. So those are my top 5 books for January 2022. I think I said that right. And I would love to know if you guys want to hear more. If you have any questions about these books, let me know. If there's any books that you think I should read, let me know. I have a very big TBR, to be read list or stack in my room, and I am just working through it as I'm able to and enjoying it. I'm finding some surprising gems along the way, and I'm definitely finding books I don't like that I'm not even going to finish because I don't like them. That's okay too. So that is all I have for you today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.